You guys ask about basically how do you start? Step number one. And then immediately after that was the gear. So the checklist. So when you download the starter kit from the youtuberkit.com, you'll get this PDF, which is literally step by step how you get started, set up your channel the right way. And this list, again, how to start your YouTube channel, understand permissions if you're working by yourself with somebody else, fill in the about section. In fact, still a lot of YouTubers today don't forgot to fill in their about section. That's actually a place where people can find out more about you, why they should follow you, add a channel art, and create a trailer. Create a short video to tell people what you're about, integrate your channel on your website and social media. So consider this list. And here I am really click by click to show you what you need to know to start your YouTube channel. Okay, so quickly onto gears, and before I kind of jump into these questions. So a lot of people say, Faye, I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for that camera to arrive. I'm waiting to save up money so I can have a professional camera. It's not the case. I'm really proud of this YouTuber gear setup because it's from the very basic to a little bit more advanced setup. There are a lot of people who are shooting videos on their phone. And by the way, if you're like me, and I do not have the latest iPhone, this is a XS Max, a few years old, and you can actually shoot 4K videos on these cameras. And you can start with just regular HD. And these cameras are quite sharp, I have to say, right? You can start with your phone, and you can even start with your webcam, exactly like the way I have set up. So there is that, and I have links for you to purchase pretty much everything you need. And then slowly, gradually, you might want to consider adding a microphone. Turns out the video quality is important, but the sound is even more important. That's something I learned during my documentary trip. I never thought that would be the conclusion. So sound is really important, even if the video is imperfect. Now, adding a camera. This is literally my camera I've been using since the end of 2019. This is a Sony a6400 mirrorless camera, very popular on YouTube. And I have this little bracket here that's holding an external mic. The camera does come with a microphone, but you'll notice with most cameras, it is not bad, but during post-production, you notice the sound isn't as ideal. So to me, this makes a huge difference. And if I may share even more, this tiny little mic I'm pointing at, this is a Rode mic, but there's situations where I could be farther away from the camera, right? I could be doing a little mini cooking show, or I want to stand farther away to have a bigger background. This is magical. I absolutely love these little things. These are called the Rode Go mic. There are two pieces. So one piece stays with the camera, you plug it in, and the other piece you can just clip onto your shirt, or you can hook up a tiny little microphone here if you don't want something so bulky on your shirt, especially during the summer. This is magical. And I believe it can capture signals, good sound when you're up to like 80 or even 100 feet away or more. And this is a game changer. Again, keep in mind that this is very, very progressive approach, right? You don't need everything all at once. Now, lighting. Some of you guys ask about lighting. They're different setup. At the beginning, there are folks who are just using a ring light. And you have a single ring light. You can basically put your camera in the middle of the ring light. That's it. Some of you can use room light. And also, during the day, especially during the summer, more reasons for you to get started because you can leverage daylight, natural sunlight facing your window, right? But I would still say in the long run, it's important to get lights if you want to film at night. I film a lot at night. It's quiet, without distractions. So these are some of the options. They're all quite affordable. These lights I'm listing here are anywhere between $60 to $120. Personally, recently I upgraded to Elgato key light, which I like a lot. And it's, you can change the temperature. You can control it right from your computer without walking up to it. Lastly, literally this should be far down the path for you, adding additional camera angles. So you could add, in this picture, webcam 1, 2, 3. You can have your phone being one of the cameras, your GoPro and the camera. So they're all going to have very different effects, but you don't have to worry about it right now. The reason is, if you're going to be a solo content creator, let's face it, you don't have a team. So for you to start multiple cameras at the same time and trying to edit together, it is not the most trivial task. So start with a single camera, maybe just one light, and play with it. Okay, so let me go to the questions right now, since that is adding up. Let's see. Okay. Did you start monetizing starting with your first video? I'd love to get more insights and KPIs. So no, absolutely not. I believe I had probably more than 100 videos. However, keep this in mind. A lot of my videos earlier on, as I talked about last week, those are podcast audios repurposed videos, so audio videos on YouTube. And it was a great idea because people were watching them, really they were listening to them, but it still counted towards the YouTube watch hours. And those are huge favors for me to really monetize early. And so by the time I had basically that first breakthrough video in March, I was able to monetize rather quickly as of April 2020. If you were to ask me, Faye, how long did you consistently deliver videos that are non-audio videos? I would say I started taking YouTube very seriously in September 2019. And then as of April, I monetized. Now, that is a really fast timeline. If you're thinking about doing YouTube, which I highly, highly recommend, oh my God, I would recommend this to anyone and everyone. You want to prepare, give yourself about a year. Now, in my toolkit, I will give you, I've prepared these spreadsheets for you to evaluate your channel, not just on the money and the views, holistically to look at where you are, where you're headed. And every 3 months, right? 3 months, every 6 months, but do plan for a year. Otherwise, you get very frustrated. It is definitely a long game.